Please find a comfortable seat, and as you sit down, let your sit bones ground down. And from that sense of groundedness, lift your spine nice and long. Let the crown of your head reach up towards the ceiling. So there's a sense of a string attached to the crown of your head, and you're lifting up towards the ceiling. But make sure that it's nice and relaxed, so you're not tensing the body. There's a sense of upliftedness, but at the same time relaxed. And then if it feels comfortable, you can close your eyes, let the shoulders be soft. Take your awareness to your breath. Notice your mood and your thoughts this afternoon or whenever it is that you're taking this class. And then as you find yourself on your mat, see if you can have a sense of arriving this moment, being present on your mat, really letting go of what happened before the class and what's going to happen after the class. Have this sense of just being home, arriving on your mat. Take a nice deep breath through the nose. And exhale out through an open mouth, and feel that you can relax a little bit. And then gently blink your eyes open. And if you're sitting on anything on your mat, please move it to the side and come to tabletop pose, please. As you take a nice deep breath in, lift the chest up, send the tailbone up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, please round your back, pull the belly in, tuck your toes under, and lean your hips back. So you're coming into this kind of a child's pose, except that I want you to walk your hands to the top of your mat, and then let your forehead drop down towards the mat in between your arms. As you feel the length in your spine, come up to your fingertips, please, and then walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Lean your hips over to the right. Feel that nice stretch on the right QL muscle and the right hip, maybe the right side of the body. And then coming all the way through the center to the right side of your mat and lean your hips over to the left. Let the head drop again. Inhale, coming all the way back to the center. Plant your hands down, come back to tabletop pose. Untuck your toes and bring the top of your feet down onto the floor. Take a nice deep breath in, lift the chest up, send the tailbone up into your cow pose. As you exhale, pull the belly in, round the back, and then take your hips all the way to your heels. And then we're going to move like a wave-like motion. Inhale, coming all the way back up into your cow pose. This time, maybe bring your heels up to your buttocks. And exhale, lower the feet down and round the back. Take your hips all the way to your heels. And let's just do that 2 more times with our own breath. Inhale into your cow pose. Bring the heels to your buttocks. Exhale, pull the belly around the back and take it all the way back to your heels. And last one, inhale. Really move and articulate your vertebrae, coming into your cow pose. Bring the heels to your butt. Exhale, pull the belly around the back and take it all the way to child's pose. This time, as you walk your hands to the left side of your mat, take the right fingertips and reach it a little bit farther away from your waist, so you really feel that nice stretch on that right side body. You're stretching the armpit and the right side. And then coming all the way back through the center, once again, take it all the way to the right. And then take your left fingertips and walk them away from your hip as you drop the head down. Lean into that left hip, feel that nice stretch in the armpit and your left side body. Coming all the way back to the center, come back to tabletop pose. Inhale, reach the right arm out to the side. Keep your gaze to your left fingertips. And then as you exhale, thread the right arm under your body, bring the right side of your face down to the floor. You can stay here if you like to, or maybe you like to extend that left leg out to the left, and then reach the left arm up towards the sky and bring the left hand to your low back, or maybe some of you can kind of crawl your fingertips to the right thigh as you twist your torso over to the left. Take a nice deep breath through your spine and exhale. You may feel a nice stretch in that left inner thigh as well. And then gently begin to unwind, bring the left hand back down to the floor, bring the left knee back down, and come back to tabletop pose. Inhale, reach the left arm out to the side. Keep your gaze to your right fingertips. Exhale, thread the left arm under your body, bring the left side of your face down to the floor. And then same thing here. If you want to stay here, or you can extend that right leg out to the right, and then take the right arm up towards the ceiling and put the right hand behind you on your low back, or maybe you can take your right hand and find your left thigh. And just breathe into your spine, nice deep inhalation, and exhale, feeling that nice little stretch on that right inner thigh. And then gently unwind, bring the right hand down, bring the right knee down, come back to tabletop pose. Inhale, lift the chest up, send that right leg back behind you. Exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Inhale, lift the arms up into your low lunge. Take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Reach the knuckles towards your left heel as you lift the heart open, stretching out through the front side of your body. If you've been at work and sitting all day long, this is going to feel really lovely to open the chest and open the shoulders. You can take your gaze up towards the ceiling. If it feels good on your neck, you can drop the head down. But make sure you're really lifting the chest up instead of going back. Exhale, lower the hands back down to the floor. Step the right knee back. Inhale, lift the left leg all the way up. Exhale, step the left foot in between your hands. Inhaling, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands back behind you, interlace the fingers. Maybe you can interlace this weird way. And then reach the knuckles towards your right heel and lift the chest. As you do, really feel like you're lengthening through the front side of your spine. So not so much going back, but more like lifting up. Just like that string you had at the top, at the crown of your head. Now the string is attached to your sternum. Continue to stretch out that front side of your body, inhaling. And then exhale, lower the hands down, bring that left knee back behind you. Inhale, lift the chest again into your cow pose. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. So I like to keep my knees bent in my first down dog. And then really as I'm pressing the mat away, as I'm pressing the ground away, I'm lengthening the spine. So really let the base of all 10 fingers ground those down. Then from that point of groundedness, just like you were doing in a seated position, you're lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Now walk your feet all the way to the edges of your mat. So maybe your big toes are only touching around the mat. And then as you bend the knees, take your right arm under your body, grab the outside edge of your left ankle, and then just a nice little twist, looking under your left armpit. Nice deep inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale and twist. Inhale, come back to the center. Left hand to the outside of your right ankle. Lengthen the spine first, inhale and exhale and twist. Try not to lean over to the left or the right so much. So keep both feet on the floor, and all you're doing is twisting your spine. Inhaling, coming back to the center, take your feet to the back out and behind you, the back of your mat. Keep the knees bent, take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, walk, jump, or float your feet to your hands. Inhaling halfway up, exhale and fold forward. Drop the head down, grab opposite elbows, let the back lengthen. You can kind of shake your head side to side, maybe even wave, swing your torso side to side, whatever feels good. Let the head really drop though. Bring your hands to your hips. As you inhale, come all the way up to standing. Have your feet be hip width apart, please, with your feet and the knees pointing straight ahead. So make sure their toes are not turned out. The feet and the knees are pointing straight ahead. And then with your hands on your hips, sit in your chair. Take a nice deep breath in, lift the chest up. Let the shoulder blades come down your back. And then shift your weight over to the left as you bring the right knee to your chest. And then lower the foot down, shift your weight over to the right and bring the left knee to your chest. So try and keep the knees bent the whole time. And we're going to just alternate side to side, bringing the opposite knee to our chest. But keep the core engaged, your chest is lifted, your seat as low as you can get it. And you want to try and keep the knees bent the whole time. And let's do 2 more times. Inhale, right knee to your chest, lower it down, and left knee to your chest and lower it down. And last one, right knee comes up, lower down, and left knee comes up and lower down. This time as the right knee comes up, pause here, send the right leg back behind you, bring the right toes down to the floor and reach the arms up into high lunge Anjayanasana. So just like we did on our knees, I want you to really stretch the side bodies up. So think as if you've got like kind of straps attached to your wrist, and you're lifting the arms up, reaching the arms towards the ceiling. Now bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, release the index finger, and as you create the length on both sides of the body, exhale and fold over to the left. Pause here for a moment. Make sure you're not leaning forward or opening up into a back bend. You really want to make this about a side stretch. Inhale, come back to the center. Bring your hands to your heart center and step the right foot up. Keep lifting the chest up. Inhale, lift the left knee up to your chest and step the left foot back. Nice and slowly, and then the toes come down. Reach the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Really stretch the side body. Take a nice deep breath. As the arms reach out, your lungs are open and receptive, so you can really breathe into the lungs. Bring your hands together, interlace the fingers, release your index finger, point the index fingers up towards the ceiling, and then exhale and fold to the right. And again, try not to do a back bend or a forward fold. Really keep it about stretching out the left side, all the way from the hip, through the armpit, through the arms. Inhale, come back to the center, bring your hands to your heart, and step the left foot up next to the right foot. Again, toes are pointing forward, heels, feet are hip width apart. Sit into your chair. This time, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, inhaling. And as you exhale, come into airplane pose. Reach the hands behind you. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, sit really low, lift the arms up, lift the chest up. Exhale into your airplane pose. Take your gaze down in between your toes. Inhaling, lift the arms up, reach up. Exhale, take your gaze down and reach back behind you. Bring the hands down to the floor, please. Put your right hand directly underneath your face, and then bend the right knee deep as you straighten the left knee. Open your torso towards the left, and you can reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down to the floor, bend the left knee, straighten the right knee, and reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. And we're going to alternate side to side again. Going side to side, inhaling, left arm reaches up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Stretch it up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale and lower down. And this time as you lower down, bend both knees and fold forward. Uttanasana. Bring your hands to your hips again. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Stand tall, reach the arms up, Ardha Hastasana. Bend your knees into your chair pose. Shift your weight over to the right and step the left foot back behind you, Anjayanasana. Straighten the back knee as you bend the front knee. Bring your hands to your heart center. Spin your back foot flat and open into Warrior Two. So normally I would have to separate my feet wide apart from each other so that my right knee, as I bend my right knee, is still on top of my right ankle. But I'm able to actually press through the outside edge of that left foot. Tee out your arms, shoulders are soft away from the ears. Bend into the right knee again, and then tilt just the arms only. Inhale. As you exhale, begin to bring that right hand to your right ankle, and then reach the left arm over your head into your extended side angle pose. You can circle that left arm in the left shoulder socket three times, one direction going forward, and then 3 times going the opposite direction back behind you. Notice how when you're going back, you can actually open your chest, open your heart a little bit more. And then next time your left arm is reaching up towards the ceiling, pause. Keep that right knee bent, and then just lift the torso up back into your Warrior Two. Straighten that right knee, bring your hands to your hips, turn the right toes in, left toes out. Separate your leg, adjust your feet as much as you need to, and then bend the left knee. Warrior Two to the side, to the back. Make sure that left knee is aligned with the left middle toe, and the outside edge of the right foot is really pressing strongly down to your mat. Arms are out, shoulders are soft away from the ears. Bend the left knee a little bit deeper, tee out your arm, tilt your arms, inhale. Begin to lift in as you reach your left fingertips down to the inside of the left foot, reach the right fingertips over your head. Extended side angle pose. Circling your arms one direction, inhale. And then circling your arms back. And notice how when you reach up and back, you can actually extend through the front of your body. One more time. Now next time the right fingertips are reaching up, hold it. Keep the left knee bent. Just lift the torso up, Warrior Two. And then straighten the left knee, reach both arms up. Bring your hands to your hips, turn the left toes in. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale and fold forward into Pasarita Padottanasana. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, walk your hands in between your legs, and you can bring the top of your head down towards the floor. If you like to, you can actually take your hands to your ankles, and you can also step on your fingertips with your heels. Take the elbows out to the side. Inhale and exhale. Pull your torso towards in between your legs. So I'm going to ask that you lean forward just a little bit. Your heels are still on the floor, but your weight is shifting a little bit more towards your toes. And then you're lifting through the inseam of both legs. Imagine that you're actually rotating your upper thighs in towards each other a little bit more. Bring your hands back down to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Bend your right knee a little bit deeper, turn your right toes out, and then lift the left toes up towards the ceiling. So if you have, this is Shanti, she's joining us on our mat this afternoon. If you like to, you can keep your hands on the floor and just do little pulses with your hips, and think about like a rubber band attached to your thighs, and you're just kind of lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. If you are more flexible, you would like to bend your knees, you can come all the way down to the floor, either bringing your hands to the heart center, reaching the arms open, reaching the right fingertips down, left fingertips up. Make sure that you're not collapsing through that right inner arch, that you're actually lifting the right inner arch so that your knee and toes are pointing the same direction. Take a nice deep breath here, exhale. Shanti is enjoying our yoga class today. And then bring your hands back down to the center and take your hands all the way over to the left side of your mat. You can stay here again and just kind of pulse it up and down. This pulsing action really allows you to get a little bit deeper stretch in that inner thigh. Or you can flex the right foot and bring the hips all the way down. Your hands to your heart, making sure that that left inner arch is lifting. Or you can open up your arms out to the side, reaching the left fingertips down, right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Your gaze can be wherever it feels comfortable in your neck. Really flex the right toes if you're all the way down. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, lower the hands back down to the floor. Coming back to the center, turn the toes in, heels out. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. And exhale and fold forward, drop the head down. Take a nice deep breath here. You can bring the hands behind you and interlace the fingers, reach the knuckles towards the ceiling as you let the weight of your head and torso just pull you through your legs. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale it out. And then slowly begin to bring your hands back down to the floor. Walk your hands all the way to the top of your mat. Step your right foot back, come to plank pose. Top of the push-up. And then keep the toes tucked under and let the hips drop down. So you're into upward facing dog with the toes tucked under, but soften the shoulders away from the ears. Arms are straight. Inhale, come back to top of the push-up, plank pose. Exhale, lower the hips down as much as you can without bending the elbows. So let the hips come down, toes are tucked under, chest is lifted. Once again, inhaling, come into plank pose, top of the push-up, really round through the upper back. Exhale, keep the core engaged as you lower the hips down to the floor. Lift the heart up, stretching out through the front side of your body. Exhale, lifting the hips up, downward facing dog, and then just walk your feet all the way to your hands. Inhaling, come halfway up, exhale and fold forward. This time bring your big toes together, heels are an inch apart. Bend the knees deep, bring your hands to your hips and come into chair pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, sit your hips back, and then take your right elbow to your left knee. Pause here for a moment. If you like to, you can open up your arms. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, bring the hands back to your heart center. You see if you can keep the knees bent. Come back into your chair, inhaling. And exhale, take your left elbow to the right knee. Maybe you like to open up the arms. Bring the hands back to the heart center. Come back into your chair. This time lift the arms up, inhaling chair. Exhale and fold forward as you straighten the knees. Let the head drop. And plant your hands down. Step your right foot back, left foot back. Come to top of the push-up. And then press all the way back up into downward facing dog. Inhale here, float the right leg all the way up. Exhale, bring the right knee to your chest and take that right knee all the way down to the floor in between your hands. So we're going to set up for pigeon prep. If you have difficulty in the pigeon prep, there's a couple ways to get around it, right? So you can always take a blanket and you can sit on a blanket. So the blanket would go under your right hip. You can also bend that back knee. So this makes it a little bit more accessible. Either way, if your right heel is a little bit closer to your groin, it's a little bit easier. You want to make it a little more challenging, you can take that right shin to the top of your mat and then begin to straighten that back leg. So whatever you want to do, make sure that that right knee feels okay. And by what you want to do here is really press the outside edge of that right ankle down onto the floor to the point where the foot actually comes off the ground. So the outside edge of the foot comes up. You're really pressing the ankle down, press the shin down, and press the knee down. This really keeps that whole complex between the knee and the ankle safe, so the knee doesn't feel like you're gonna get hurted in any way. Now, lift the chest up, so you're creating a back bend. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale and begin to do this wave-like motion, bringing the forehead down towards the floor. Inhale and lift. Again, remember that back knee can always stay bent. Okay, so you just be kind to yourself. Wherever you are is fine. And every day our bodies change. So someday you might be a little bit more flexible and someday it's a little bit tighter. So just be at peace with wherever you are today. Inhale, lift the chest, and exhale and fold. And then you're just gonna come all the way down to the floor. So maybe bringing the elbows down. Maybe if you don't have a dog on your mat, you can bring your forehead down to the floor. Maybe you can rest your forehead on top of your dog. Whatever works best for you. But really keep pressing the outside edge of that right foot, right shin, and the right knee down to the floor. Take a nice deep breath here. Let your hips really melt. If you've been sitting all day, your hips are a little bit tight, a little bit in a contracted position. So you may even feel it a little bit more in that left hip flexor. So really allowing those muscles to relax and expand after sitting for a long period of time is lovely. Inhale, lift the chest up, plant your hands down, and we're just gonna slowly come back to downward facing dog. So send that right leg back behind you. Do whatever organically comes to you. Maybe you like to shake that right leg, maybe you like to walk in your down dog. Maybe you like to circle that right hip. Whatever feels good, go for it. And then with your next inhalation, send that left leg all the way up and back. Exhale, bring that left knee to your chest as you bring the left knee down in between your hands. Same thing here. So be really mindful of this left knee. You can always sit on a blanket, taking your left hip and putting it on your blanket like so. Or you can take your, bend that back knee. So this really makes it accessible as well. If that doesn't work for you, you can keep, the more you bring that left heel closer to your left groin, it's a little bit easier. If you want to make it more challenging, take the left shin and put it parallel to the top of your mat, and then you can take that right leg back. So see what your hip and your hip flexor feels on this side. I notice that I'm a little bit tighter on this side, so I'm just gonna really take my blanket and sit on it this way. So I'm gonna put that blanket under my hip. That feels much better for me today on this side. Inhale, lift the chest up 3 times. Exhale and fold forward. Inhaling and lift, and exhaling and fold. Inhale and lift up, and exhale and fold. And then as you fold down, come down on your elbows and just rest your head wherever you can rest your head. So maybe on your soft fist, or on your dog, or on your mat, or on the floor. So I noticed after my workout this morning that I didn't really stretch that well, which means that left hip is a lot tighter than normal. So this is really a gift for me to be able to stretch that out as well. Just breathe into whatever tension you're feeling, wherever it is that you're feeling it. And your breath can actually really open up space. Your breath sends signals to your body that it's safe, that it can relax and let go. So let your breath be like an internal massage therapist. And remember that anytime you're taking a class with anyone, in fact, if there's a pose that you just want to stay at for a while and practice that pose, feel free to do that. Our bodies tell us what we need. So if you want to stay in any of these poses and just let that pose work for you, please do so. And then you can join us once you're ready. As you're ready, come to the downward facing dog, please. Take a nice deep breath in. Send the tail up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, walk your feet all the way to your hands. We're going to do one little simple flow sequence. Inhale. Lift the chest halfway up into your Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold forward into Uttanasana. Bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way up to standing Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands down, step your left foot back. Come into your runner's lunge. Press through the bottom of that right foot. Inhale, lift the arms up, high lunge, Anjaneyasana. Bring your hands to your heart center. Open up into your warrior two to the left side of your mat. Reach the arms up. Tilt the arms, inhale. Exhale, right hand comes on the inside of the right foot. Reach the left arm up. Take a nice deep breath here. Bend the right knee, keep the right knee bent. Come back into your warrior two. Right palm up, reach back behind you. Exalted warrior, reach back. Exhale, circle your hands all the way down to the floor. Runner's lunge. Inhaling. As you exhale, step the left foot next to the right foot. Inhale. Halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold forward. Step the right foot back behind you. Runner's lunge. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Anjaneyasana. Strong right leg. Exhale. Open up into your warrior two. Spin the back foot flat. Tilt your arms, inhale, bend the left knee a little bit deeper, reach the left hand on the inside of that left ankle, right arm up and over. Press through the outside edge of that right foot. Keep that left knee bent, come back into your warrior two. Left palm up, reach back behind you, exalted warrior. Exhale, circle your hands all the way down to the floor, and this time step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale. As you exhale, come to plank pose, top of the push-up, lower all the way down to the floor, or come to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift the chest up, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, through top of the push-up, downward facing dog. Bend the knees deep, walk, jump or float your feet towards your hands. Inhaling, halfway up, exhale and fold forward. Hands come to your hips, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms up, inhale, bend the knees deep, bring your hands to your heart center, sit into your chair, take your right elbow to the top of the left knee, open up your arms, inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, hands come back to the heart center, reach the fingertips up, keep your knees bent. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart center, left elbow to the top of the right knee and open up the arms, inhaling. As you exhale, come back to the center, sit into your chair, reach the arms up, inhale and exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, unfold. Step your right foot back, left foot back, come to top of the push-up, and then bring the right knee down to the floor. Swivel on that right knee. Bring the bottom of the left foot down onto the floor and reach the left arm up into Vashisthasana, side plank pose. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the left hand down. Bring the left knee down to the floor. Take the right foot out. Bottom of the right foot down on the floor. Reach the right arm up, Vashisthasana. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right hand down. And we're gonna either do the same thing, so right knee comes down, left foot out, left arm up towards the sky. Or if you want a little bit of a challenge, bring the sole of that left foot down onto the floor, press the right hand down, left foot down, and bring the right knee up to your chest. If you like to, you can extend that right leg out. Take a nice deep breath here, bend the right knee, bring it back down to the floor, bring the left hand down, left knee down. Swivel on the left knee, reach the right leg out, sole of the right foot down onto the floor. Either stay here, Vashisthasana, and practice this, or really press through the bottom of that right foot, left hand, bring the left knee up to your chest. If you like to, you can extend that left leg straight, and then bend the left knee, bring the left knee down to the floor, bring the right hand down, right knee down, and everybody come to child's pose. You can stack your hands, bring your forehead down onto the floor or on top of your stacked hands, and let your low back stretch out. Nice deep inhalation and exhale. And then gently sit all the way up, please. As you sit up tall, bring the soles of your feet together. I'll turn around here so you can see me a little bit better. Bring the heels a little bit closer to your groin. You can interlace your fingers on the outside of your feet. And as you press down, this is a really nice stretch for the shoulders and the neck. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Nice deep inhale and exhale. And then I'll give you a couple options for the next pose. You can just either cross your ankles and bring your hands down onto the floor. Bring the elbows down, stretch out the hips. Or if you want a little bit more juicy stretch, hip stretch, the Agni Stambhasana. Bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. If you find that there's a lot of space in between the knee and the ankle, you can take a blanket or block and put it in between. Flex both feet, and then if it feels good, you can bring the hands down and bring the elbows down. Make sure your hips stay down on the floor, whichever pose you choose to do, either just with the ankles crossed or Agni Stambhasana. Make sure the hips stay down on the floor. Nice deep inhales and exhales, stretching out the hips and low back. And then gently press yourself all the way up. Uncross your ankles, and whatever ankle was in front, again, either ankles crossed, and you can bring your hands down, elbows down, keeping the hips down, or you can come into Agni Stambhasana. Take that left ankle on top of the right knee. Anything can go in between the knee and the ankle to keep it together. And then inhale, lift the chest up, and exhale, bring the hands down and elbows down if you can. Remember, these are all just options, so go wherever your body is loving for you to go. Keep both feet flexed, stretching out the hip and the low back. And then as you're ready, come all the way up, putting the feet flat on the floor, please. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, slowly roll all the way down to the floor. As you bring the head down on the floor, bring your knees to your chest. Hug your knees in. And we're all ready for our final pose, Shavasana. So go ahead and extend both legs flat on the floor, palms are open. Close your eyes. Let the back of your hands rest comfortably on the floor. Give yourself this few moments of rest. This is more than just laying here and doing nothing. It's really allowing your body to integrate what happened and your mind to consolidate it all. And it's really 2 or 3 moments of letting your mind rest and relax. If you like to, you can sit in meditation, but I really highly suggest that you lay down on your back for Shavasana. Let your breath be completely natural. If you have more time and would like to stay here, please, by all means, stay for as long as you like to. If you'd like to continue on with the rest of your day, begin to deepen your breath. Draw one knee to your chest and then the other knee to your chest. Notice which nostril you're breathing out of a little bit easier. Roll over to that side. Pause for a moment. And then with the strength in your top arm, press yourself to a comfortable seat, please. As you sit tall, bring your hands to your heart center and bow down to yourself for creating this time and space to take care of yourself. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Have a beautiful